What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, we're about to find out. Hello and a very warm welcome to the penultimate week of the Simulation Football 6th minor league season. Tonight, we know who will be the number one seed in the upcoming SFLm playoffs and who will have home field advantage throughout those playoffs. It's the 6-1 Madison Lynx visiting the 6-1 Albuquerque Adams. The Lynx, the top defense in the league, only giving up 15 points a game. The Adams, they could score like nobody's business, almost 30 points a game. And I have no one better to break down all the action with me than the incomparable Eddie Gage. Eddie, it's been too long since we've sat behind a microphone together and called a football game.
Too long, Mike, but guess what? We're here together now, and that's all that matters. SFL Minor League Nation, what up, though? We got a great primetime matchup between these two teams. The last time Albuquerque lost was back in week 1 against these Madison Lynx, and they're looking for revenge. Talking to both these coaches, we're going to get into that as the game progresses, but this is a big game. It's for all the marbles. Number one seed, the playoffs on the line. Let's go.
To San Jose, who have locked up the 3rd seed in the playoffs. They sit at 5-2. The 4th seed, now that's yet to be determined. Ottawa and Lexington still in with a shot to snag it. Right now, we're only focused on the 1 seed. Who will get it? Madison will start with the ball, and that means their impressive quarterback, the top hurler in the West, Switch Thumper, comes to the field first, over 2,000 passing yards on the season, 14 touchdowns, the only SFL minor league quarterback in double digits this season.
If you like slinging a rock downfield, then Madison's head coaching staff is where you want to be.
Conservative on first down. They'll start for their 26-yard line. On a stretch play to the left, there's Michael Brown, a week 2 pickup from Madison. He was not on the field when the Lynx last played the Adams. Most interesting stat from that game is Madison in the win threw for 422 yards, but only rushed for 8.
Yeah, coming into this game, they're only averaging 31 yards per game on the ground.
Same formation, switch the strong side to the left. This time up the middle looking for a hole is Brown, and he finds a first down to the 39. Let's take you through the Madison offense. Switch Thumper, the quarterback, Michael Brown, the running back, Jay Ballmer, the fullback, Dylan Lewis, and Prince Wonder, the star wide receivers. Ron Haynes, the two-way player with Florida, is the tight end. Those are the names we'll be calling all night long in maroon and orange. Thumper to throw for the first time, and there's nobody open, which means he goes down behind the line of scrimmage. Ace Singletary with the sack. No, correction, TJ Assassin, the week 4 signing with the sack.
That's a fitting name for his character, too, coming into this ball game. That's a coverage sack. No one was open. He was forced to eat that one.
The Albuquerque defense, Mel Gibson, Mickey Gibson, TJ Assassin, Michael Smith Jr., Simbrowski, and Ace Singletary in the front 7. I'll get to the rest of that after this play. Thumper over the middle on 2nd and long, and he picks up 16 and a first down into Albuquerque territory to Dylan Lewis.
Albuquerque brought the blitz, brought a 4th defender, but it did not matter as his offensive line held up very well. Finds a receiver downfield, first down.
Secondary for Albuquerque is Tavius Gordon, Ricky Robinson, Alex Marshall, Gould Osborne Davis, and Dante Grimm. Plenty of time this time for Thumper. Floats it into the flat for Lewis, and he'll pick up 5.
Here early on, the Adams are trying to keep everything in front of them, giving these receivers a lot of room, and Madison's taking advantage of it.
I think they're just trying to come out and protect the deep ball, knowing that they've got the best quarterback in the SFLm staring them down.
Absolutely.
Second and 5, 7 in the box for the Adams, and very bright neon and black this evening. Into the flat for Brown. He cannot get away from the long arms of Simbrowski, and it's 3rd and 5.
First mistake of the day for the quarterback there, Switch Thumper. not allowing the play to develop. You need to give that offensive lineman time to get outside. Did not do that, and the result is 3rd and 5.
Let's see if the Adams can get off the field here and prevent even a field goal attempt. This could be a high-scoring affair, as I told you in the warm-up. Floated to the far side, and it's another first down. This time it's the other wide receiver, Prince Wonder, that moves the chains.
Albuquerque continues to fall back and retreat, giving up these easy chunk plays. And I get it's early on, but you don't want to find yourselves behind early on against this Madison team.
These two teams averaging the most points per game in the league. Madison at 21, that's second. Albuquerque first, all the way up at 29.
Oh, look out.
Thumper, he stays on his feet for a second, but that does not prevent a second sack for the Adams.
Second sack of the game, second on this drive, and yet another coverage sack as no one was open. And you got to either throw that one away or take off and run with it.
Melt Gibson was first to him, but it was cleaned up by Tim House, who will officially get credited for the sack. Second and 18, second time the Lynx have been behind the sticks on this drive. From the middle, and almost intercepted in and out of the arms of the two-way player from Charleston, Ace Singletary.
And off the snap of the ball, he retreated about 10 yards behind himself, located the football, made a deflection, and got his defense off the field. Great play by that young man.
Now, not quite yet. It's going to be 3rd and 18, but definitely a tough task for Madison. It's not often you see linebackers drop back that far in coverage. Would that have thrown Thumper off there?
Perhaps. I didn't expect him to be so athletic.
All right, 3rd down and 18. Got to get almost to the 20-yard line for a first down. Thumper the belt high snap. Here comes the pressure. He has to get it out there, and it's incomplete. The Adams brought their house. Assassin with the pressure, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, they look like a cover 4 defense. They brought the slot corner off the edge, unaccounted for. Left tackle did not pick him up, and Madison's going to have to punt this ball away.
Punter for Madison is Pete Ellis. He stands back at his own 45. As the ball gets set to go into the hands of Ty Patak. Second SFLm season.
Great punt.
For the Albuquerque quarterback. Will that sit at the 1? No, it barely dribbles into the end zone. That's a double whammy for Madison because they had a gunner right there, and he just couldn't get his hands on the ball at about the 5-yard line.
Dove and missed and could not get up in time to knock that ball down.
Here's the Albuquerque starting offense. Patak, the quarterback. Josh Schlapp, the running back. And all three on the outside are two-way players. Honus Odeby, Ed Williams, and Craig Westlake for Atlanta, Indianapolis, and D.C. respectively. They will also start in the I formation. Strong side run, nice seal block, and Josh Schlapp picks up 11 for a first down on 1st and 10.
A lot of teams in the SFL, you see them run that ball between the 8 gap, but Albuquerque comes out, runs a power play to the strong side, and picks up significant yardage.
I love watching those tight ends get out and block at the second level for those strong side runs. It's so beautiful. 7 in the box from Madison, trying to defend against the run. Patak will go to the air, float it to the far side, and it's caught by Ed Williams for a gain of 7. Albuquerque on the ground, over 100 yards per game. Most of that picked up by Josh Schlapp.
Yeah, Albuquerque, one of the more balanced team USC in the minor leagues with a veteran coaching staff.
Second in rushing yards per game in the league, only behind Lincoln with their ridiculous 133 yards per game. But that Rattlesnakes team, 2-5, and they kind of put all their eggs in the rushing basket this season.
Yeah.
It didn't quite work out. Attack.
Look out.
Drop under pressure, and a 3rd sack early. The first for the Lynx goes to Dan Dash.
All 3 eligible receivers on the play were running intermediate to deep routes. Neither one of them could clear the zone and get open, and as a result, we've seen a lot of coverage sacks here today, Mike, so far.
And great work by Dash. He just worked the right tackle all the way around until he had nowhere else to go, and he basically backed up the offensive lineman into his own quarterback. 3rd and 10, Lynx defense trying to get off the field. We expected to see an offensive shootout, but the defense are the ones who've come to play. Patak with all the time in the world, and finally, Williams gets free and breaks up for a first down.
Great protection by his offensive line. That's the only reason that play was even able to have time to develop. So shout out to those guys, the big uglies up front, because the quarterback held that ball for a long time.
And that's not bad defense by Madison, but they only rushed 3 on 3rd and 10, on 3rd and 10. And eventually just Williams probably scrambling, trying to make something of it after his route was over. Comes open over the middle. 1st and 10, time for the power formation again. First time it was strong side. Second time it's a throw to the near side. A nice spin by Slap. Gets him 5 yards right to the midfield stripe.
Wow, great play. Great effort making the first man miss. Finally brought down by cornerback Newton North.
Speaking of those Madison defense, here they are. Dan Dash, Cotto Fortson on the D-line, DJ Woods, Claudius Periwinkle, Alfaru Kamito, the linebackers, Xavier Rue the third, and Newton North, the corners, Maurice Peterson, Joseph Lama, Jason Jackson, Tyler Spencer, the 4-star safeties out there. Nice spin from Slap. Can he get the first down? No, he is
got a man down.
Shy, and the running back, oh no, excuse me, it's the linebacker that's down. I saw a man on the ground and feared the worst for Albuquerque, but it's the linebacker Periwinkle that is down.
Never a good sign to see a man go down in this league. Looks like he kind of maybe torqued his body a bit, helping with the tackle, and hopefully he's okay, but it looked like a lower back injury potentially.
A lower body or a knee, maybe an ankle. We hope he is all right. 3rd and inches. Now I'm interested to see if Albuquerque goes back to that power running game. They are set up to do so with 2 tight ends set out to the left. Handoff up the middle. He only needed a few inches, and maybe he got more than just a few, but it's enough to move the chains.
First down nonetheless. They don't care how you get it, just get it.
Second of 4 games tonight, this in the final week of SFLm action before the playoffs. Patak into the flats, and that's the fullback, Gladden Sky. He loses a yard back. Oh, excuse me, he gains 1. He has a pretty generous spot, 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, I thought it was about a half a yard, but they're going to give him a full yard in the play. 2nd down and long regardless. Madison wants to try and keep the chains in their favor.
Lincoln and Tacoma ongoing right now. Lexington, Annapolis, and Ottawa at San Jose are the later games. Patak waits for the cross, hits his tight end Westlake, and it's 3rd and a manageable 4.
Yeah, and right there, Albuquerque is taking advantage of the injury right now as number 95 for Madison there, his backup replacement, unable to get over there in time, make a play.
This is something to watch out for, the injury to Periwinkle at the linebacker spot. Attack again, all kinds of time, and he zips it to Bo Laverne for a first down, almost to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, so far early on, both teams seems to be playing back a bit, and I guess trying to feel each other out here early on, giving up significant yardage.
And Ty Patak has some arm strength on him. Did you see how that ball zipped through the air? I'm sure there are some high-profile viewers of this game with probably the top 2 quarterbacks in the SFLm in action tonight, with the draft only a couple days away now. And the flat to Slap, he picks up 9, and this Albuquerque offense is just rolling down the field.
They are, and right now they are just abusing outside linebacker Mike Olsen. That's the 3rd time he's been called into action, try to get over there and make a play, and he is just not athletic enough to do it. That injury to Madison is hurting him big time right now.
Adams in the red zone for the first time today. Power formation, handoff up the middle, big hole for Slap. He gets to the secondary, And is down first and goal at the 7. In Tacoma, it's 14-0 Grizzlies over Rattlesnakes as those two play for pride to end off the season. Both of them 2-5 with not a chance at making the playoffs. The only team that's on the outside looking in that can make it in is Lexington. Floated to the far side and not able to get away is the receiver.
Number 66, right tackle Blake Burris did a great job getting out there in the open, trying to get his running back into the end zone, but came up just short.
2nd and goal. Patak changes the play. He hands it to Slap. Slap churning the legs. Touchdown, Adams. What a run to cap a magnificent 80-yard drive.
And talking to the head coach of of this Albuquerque Adams team, he said he's planned on doing a great job of remaining balanced on schedule. And he actually, when I asked him who to look out for, he mentioned running back Josh Slap, and he gets him on the board with that first touchdown of the day.
Second in the league in rushing yards, 812 on the season, but he's got the most rushing touchdowns by a mile. That's his 13th of the season. Logan Lee is the next best. He's only got 6. And Albuquerque strikes first, 7-0, as we're almost done with the first quarter. That went by pretty quick.
It is a fast-moving game. And right now, Albuquerque is out for blood trying to avenge that week 1 loss.
Remember, these two teams met in the very first week of the season. Madison defeated Albuquerque 34-24 in a game that was decided by the excellent play of Switch Thumper. Had 442 yards through the air for, as I scroll down through my myriad of notes, 3 touchdowns.
On any given game day, Mike, how thick is that notepad of yours?
Pretty thick. It's slightly thinner because we're technically in the SFL off season, and for the SFL proper, a lot of it just lives in my head because I've been around for a while. Thumper on first down into traffic, and a great catch by Ron Haynes. We've seen him do that for the Florida Storm last season, and he's doing it now for Madison.
Talk about sacrificing your body knowing you're going to get hit. Coach used to always say, if you're going to hit, you may as well come down with the catch. And wow, great focus.
Clock keeps running, under a minute to go, first quarter. Look how pressed up the linebackers are. And it looks like the ruse fooled them as the linebackers dropped back in coverage. He tried to go to Lewis. Lewis had the linebacker draped all over it.
It looked like he was his primary receiver, had the blitz came, but they backed out of it, fooled the quarterback, and luckily that ball was not intercepted.
3rd and inches. Haven't seen Michael Brown yet. Maybe we'll see him now. I formation, Brown dots it. 8, you could call it 10 in the box for Albuquerque. And still, Michael Brown weaves his way for a first down.
And Melt Gibson read that play like an open book, got in the backfield about 2 yards, but unfortunately, the running back saw it, cut to the C gap, and picked up the first down.
Don't need to have another snap before the end of the first quarter. Depends on if Madison wants to be aggressive here. 10 seconds on the quarter clock, 13 on the game clock. And the flats, we'll get one more play as the clock stops with 5. Oh, no, that's out of the game for Periwinkle. Hamstring injury. He will not be returning. And that's something we're going to have to watch all night, Eddie. How will the Adams attack that zone of the Madison Lynx with one of their top defenders out?
Yes, very unfortunate as The other outside linebacker, Amina's going to step over and slide into his place, but that's going to leave him vulnerable on the other side.
That's the end of the first quarter. Fast moving one here. Lynx out of this Albuquerque on top 7-0 in the battle for the #1 overall seed. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. Speaking of the virtual gridiron, out to the far side, a great tackle. That was Ace Singletary, I believe. Dante Grimm was ball.
Came flying over there.
And he made the stop, 3rd down and 2. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Second straight 3rd down and short. Last time they gave it to Brown. They're in this exact same formation as their last 3rd down and short. They give it to Brown again. Being dragged from behind, but he falls forward for the 1st down. T.J. Assassin had him by the waist, but he did not have enough strength in his arms to pull him backwards.
The off-season conditioning program, as he continued to churn the legs, get low. They always say low man wins. He got low, kept moving the legs, and picked up the 1st down.
Different formation for Madison. Bunch left, single right. In the middle, right underneath the watchful eye of the tight ends. Prince Wonder makes the grab at a gain of 9.5.
I believe that was free safety Alex Marshall, who was thinking a shorter route. Came running up to the line of scrimmage, but the ball went right over his head. Madison picks up the 1st.
I wonder if they go back to the running game with split back now. On 2nd and inches. They do. And through the first layer of defense, like a hot knife through butter, goes Michael Brown. This looks all too easy for that Madison offensive line.
Yeah, I'm not quite so sure if Albuquerque expected the run game to be involved so much at this stage of the game. But thus far, they've had a number of rushing attempts and they've had some success with it so far early on, Mike.
Considering that's the rushing attack for Madison. He's dead last in the SFLm, only averaging 31.4 rush yards a game, and maybe that's why. That was a brutal hit on the inside by Melts Gibson.
Yeah, and once again, they came crashing through there, the right defensive tackle, and he was 2 yards in the backfield as soon as the H in height came out of the thumper's mouth.
Everybody bunched up in the box for Albuquerque. Thumper back to throw, swings it out to Michael Brown, who's got some running room, ushered out of play by Broski.
Gonna set up a 3rd down and manageable. You are in field goal range, so you want to be smart with the football here and not cost your team points. Don't force it. If it's not there, check it down and live for the field goal units to come out.
3rd and 5 from the 26.
They're gonna go empty. Look for it now right up top. There it is.
They do go that way, right to the sticks, and Prince Wonder turns it upfield beautifully for a 1st down. Eddie, you continue to be the SFL's Nostradamus.
I learned a lot from Ramo. He's been around for a long time, but once you get to running sims and watching how these teams play, you tend to pick up on keys.
Exact same formation, 3-by-1, with Brown side carry. Over the middle in a triple coverage. That's a tough pass, and it's broken up by Browski.
Yeah, it looked like an arrow route, but you got 2 receivers in the same area. That route tree there is good versus press man coverage or even off man, but not so much zone.
Trying to tie this game up. An early rushing touchdown for Josh Schaap is the difference for the Albuquerque Adams at the moment. Pressure in the face of Thumper as he gets it away, complete to Dylan Lewis. 1st and goal inside the 5.
That's about a 12-yard out route he just ran there. Again, great protection by the offensive line, giving him that time. Look at that clean pocket. That's wonderful.
Yeah, beautiful. And now the playbook really is open inside the 5. You could go run, or you could try and go some out route or something over the middle. It looks like they will go the passing route. Thumper looking back of the end zone, incomplete. Excellent hit by Dante Grimm to jar the ball loose from Dylan Lewis's hands, 2nd and goal.
Gun split pro 50X spot. The spot receiver on the wide side of the field was covered like a blanket, which forced Thumper to look elsewhere. Great coverage all around, and they're lucky that pass wasn't intercepted off the deflection.
I formation. They give it to Brown, they do. Brown picking his way through for the Madison touchdown. Only his 2nd of the season. And the Lynx are an extra point away from tying this one up.
Both teams have elected to use the 5-2 defense in goal line situations. While the 5-2 is greater or better used against the pass, not so much the run, as you're taking that extra linebacker off the field, and Madison takes advantage of it. 7-all, extra point pending.
The kicker for Madison is Juniper Belson, as she lines up for this extra point. As we welcome Prince Wonder, Ashley Jackson, Frosty Dimes, SFLa Marshall, DJ Woods, James Walters, Twitch Thumper, John Lakeman, T. Patak, and everybody else watching us here on the SFL Network this evening.
Ashley is calling for a shootout, but with the way these two teams play defense, I don't think that's going to be the case today, Mike.
Oh, I was actually expecting a shootout.
Really?
Well, we got the 2 top offenses in the league, no question, in this ball game. Madison, yes, is the top defense. Albuquerque is only 4th in scoring defense at 121 total points given up. So it stands to reason, if numbers hold true, which they so very often do not, that if this is a high-scoring contest, that is Albuquerque's best chance to win.
We'll see how it plays out. Interesting analysis, though.
Right now it's 7-7, with just over 7 minutes to go in a fast-moving first half. Good protection from Patak, who gets the pass away, and turning upfield is Greg Westlake, and it takes an entire army of orange and maroon to bring him down to the 38-yard line.
Looking like San Francisco's Deebo Samuel out there with yardage after the catch, the way he plays, so physical, refusing to go down at first contact.
DJ Woods, I don't know what he was diving for. He was diving to make the tackler, maybe knock the ball down, but put himself in a precarious situation. And Westlake turned the ball upfield, ran right by him.
I think he made a business decision there not to make contact. Screen.
In the flat to Slap, and he's got the clean light. First down for him. He's slow to get up, but he eventually makes his way back to the huddle.
And you can see Olsen trying to make a play, Mike, but he continues to struggle. Anytime they put him out there in space, it's just been too much for him to handle getting over to that sideline.
Taking advantage of the unfortunate injury to Claudius Periwinkle. If you've just joined us, the linebacker was hurt on Albuquerque's first drive, in which they went 80 yards and scored a 2-yard rushing touchdown with Josh Lapp. Five-step drop into the flat for Slap, and there was a man out there to block, but no block was picked up, and he's tackled by Newton North.
And Madison continues to give him that screenplay. You wonder, Albuquerque is just going to keep calling it until Madison shows some kind of resistance.
Offset eye this time with strong side up to the left. Going deep. Got the man on the tail route, and it's caught at the 20-yard line. Honus Odeby, his first catch of the game. Welcome to the show.
Pre-snap, Madison showed a too-high safety look, but at the snap of the ball, the strong safety came running down towards the line of scrimmage like a robber attempt, but left him single safety high. That's too much real estate for him to cover, and Albuquerque takes advantage of it.
Niffing the red zone again on the Albuquerque Adams. Patak, middle, caught.
Goodness.
Nice sidearm delivery to Westlake. In traffic, first and goal at the 5.
I did not catch the number of the defender who attempted to bat that ball away, but had he not trimmed his fingernails this morning, that'd have been a pass deflection because he just missed it.
I believe it was Xavier Rue.
Good call.
Slap has 1 touchdown on the day already. Will he get a second?
Free play.
Free play. And he is crunched right at the line of scrimmage. Rue,
All for naught for that defense.
yeah, Rue got in and took out a bit of his frustration about knocking down that last pass on Slap, although it is going to be first down and goal from about the 2-yard line after that penalty. And that is really set up now for Josh Schlapp. He is battling, in my opinion, Switch Thumper for Offensive Player of the Season. And Schlapp is in the end zone again. His second touchdown of the game and number 14 on the year.
Joshua Williams says look out for this man. He's going to be one of the key players on offense for this team. And both their touchdowns were scored by that young man.
I mentioned earlier, and I think we were kind of pushed off the topic by the game moving on, but this game has got to have every single SFL scout salivating to watch some of these players play. Like Patak, Slap, Thumper, Dylan Lewis, Prince Wonder on the offensive end. You've got TJ Assassin on the defensive end for Albuquerque. So many quality players all over the field. 14-7, Adams.
And a name that comes to my mind, who I would have loved to have in Arizona had we had the room for him, is fullback Jay Barmer of Madison. Great character, upbeat all the time, very active. Interviewed him a few weeks back. Great individual. Whoever lands that young man is going to hit the jackpot.
Balmer came to the Madison Lynx in week 3 of this season. Nice spin move to get by 1. And Madison will start at the 26. Liking the game so far? Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As the SFL approaches its 20th anniversary season, there is much more content to come. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. Sitting in the pocket for a long time is Thumper. He finally goes to the safety valve, and Lewis picks up 8.
That was only a 3-step drop, yet the defensive tackles could not converge in and close that passing lane down. Great protection by this offensive line again.
It was breaking down right at the moment that Thumper got that pass off. He holds that ball for a half second more, and his back's on the ground. Look at all the neon jerseys in the box for the Adams. Only 2 not in the box. They bring the heat. It goes to Brown, and he is sent downtown by Ace Singletary.
Yeah, a couple of things happened on that play. The quarterback held the ball about a half second too long for 1. And 2, you got 2 offensive linemen out there in front of him, and both of them missed the block.
Makes it from 2nd and 1 to 3rd and 5. Now it's on the arm of Thumper.
Oh.
And that is a golden arm indeed as he floats it into a tight window to Ron Haynes. Both tight ends are playing really well today. Haynes for Madison and Westlake for Albuquerque.
Yeah, free safety, Go Osborne Davis just missed getting his defense off the field with that pass deflection attempt.
Just about to hit the 2-minute warning here.
This game is flying by, Mike.
Only 3 down linemen. They rush a linebacker, and the ball is off the hands of Ron Haynes. Check that. Walker. Curtis Walker, the backup wide receiver. You knew it. He immediately slapped his hand on his helmet. Dang it, I should have had that one.
Yeah, it was out just a bit in front of him. Quarterback led him just a bit too far. Split pro.
Thumper, quick drop, tip
Look
in the
out.
air. It hangs on a defender and eventually hits the turf. All kinds of alarm bells ringing in the head of Switch Thumper, but he survives it, and Madison is still on the field.
Talk about counting your lucky stars. 3rd down and 10. You're going to be careful with this opportunistic defense. They force a lot of turnovers.
What about turnovers? 20 on the season for Albuquerque, a plus 13 differential. Both of those numbers good for best in the league. And on 3rd and 10, they go over the middle to Callahan and get 8.
You know, I'm looking at this Albuquerque secondary, and I can just say that Swole must be a big fan of the Scorpions because that playbook looks eerily similar.
And how would you know what the Scorpions play? First punt of the game for Madison, or excuse me, second punt of the game for Madison. Their opening drive was punt as well. They're going to hold the Adams at their own 13-yard line. The SFL Minor League is winding down season 6, but it's never too late to create your player and get him or her involved in the next rookie class. Season 20's rookie draft is December 17th and 18th, so don't miss your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. Albuquerque with 1 play left until the 2-minute warning. And a good 2-minute drill away from really holding the edge in this game before halftime. We will take that quick break for the 2-minute warning. The Adams with the ball up 7 against the Madison Lynx here on decision night in the SFLm. Winner of this game gets the top spot in the playoffs. Loser gets the 2nd seed. Winner home field advantage, potential championship game. And oh, look out. That is a vicious hit by Cano Fortson.
Man, was it ever. They spread the defense with the 3 wide receiver offense and run up the middle, and they were not fooled. My goodness.
3rd and 5, the clock runs. Albuquerque still has all 3 timeouts, but it doesn't look like they're very much interested in pushing for more points at the moment. Pump fake, rifled over the middle, out of the hands of the intended receiver, Gladwin Sky, the fullback.
Yeah, fullbacks, they aren't known for being able to elevate their arms above their shoulders and come up with a catch. That's a difficult route for a fullback.
And for the 2nd tie today, I'm impressed with Patak's arm strength.
Composure, too.
Zipped that in.
Yeah.
Now Madison's going to have 1:24 and 3 timeouts to potentially tie this game or get it within 4 points. Stretching out to the left. And getting to the 48-yard line on the return. Well, that's where the Lynx will start. It's been tough sledding for Madison as the Albuquerque defense has come to play.
They have indeed. I mean, they're one of the best around, and they're proving it here today. 1:16 left. Let's see how aggressive they get. And right now, they're going to come out in the gun. Oh, my goodness.
Quick slant over the middle, caught. I believe that was Michael Brown out of the backfield that made the catch. Into hurry up now. Pump fake. Thumper goes long. Oh, did he catch that? No.
He did not.
I
tell you what.
thought for a moment that Prince Wonder had held on to that.
Mike, I'm sorry, but Swole is dialing up some plays here in the secondary. He's anticipating trying to get some turnovers, and he is being very aggressive those last 2 plays. Shout out to him.
And I'm kind of surprised that Madison hasn't really tried to take the top off the defense yet this game. It's all been short, intermediate, and run. 3rd and 3. Thumper stands it against the rush. It's tipped and incomplete. And guess who? It's Singletary again.
Yes, it is.
Man,
great
being
first
a part
half.
of the Carolina organization, that is not a face that I am looking forward to staring across from twice next season.
4th and 3, and right now they have their offense on the field.
Let's see if they go for this.
They do.
Thumper
Got a man.
Route, first down, and getting out of bounds is Cameron Callahan. What a gutsy call on 4th down.
What a gutsy call by the head coaching staff of this Albuquerque team. I mean, you're on their side of the 50-yard line, but that's a very dangerous decision to make. But Percoco dialed it up. He must have ice in his veins.
Yep, head coach Michael Percoco, offensive coordinator James Walters have their team in a position to be the #1 seed. The playoffs got to get past this Albuquerque team, and Joshua Williams and Chad Stinson to do it. Thumper against the rush goes to Lewis. Lewis could not get out of bounds. Madison doesn't use a timeout. 42 seconds left. They'll hurry it up and snap it again. Over the middle, in between the numbers. Caught and a timeout called by Madison as they are in the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They've only expended 39 seconds off of the game clock driving downfield, and they find themselves on an Albuquerque 20-yard line and only using 1 timeout. That's great offense.
37 seconds, 2 timeouts. I think you still just try to go for a first down here and then start taking shots at the end zone.
I agree.
Snap to Thumper. He's got all kinds of time. He tries to put it in the flats. Wow. Ricky Robinson jumped that route and almost had a game-changing interception.
Oh, that would probably been a pick 6. I'm going to say it before I say it again. Swole is dialing up some plays here in this secondary, and I'm starting to see why they lead the minor leagues in turnovers.
Bunch left, single right, to the corner of the end zone.
Oh, my goodness.
Down, Tavius Gordon, a prime interception candidate, 2 plays in a row, and Albuquerque cannot capitalize.
Yeah, in a minute, Swole's going to ask him to run some laps around this field if he can't hold on to one of these would-be interceptions. 3rd down and 10. Yeah, it's a very big play.
This will basically decide whether Madison can go for 7 or has to settle for 3 at the end of the first half. Thumper, quick throw over the middle, diving catch, and it's incomplete, actually, as it was unable to be hauled in by Curtis Walker.
And that's unfortunate because they actually had Dylan Lewis open a few yards further downfield. That's why I thought the ball was going, and that would have been really close to getting the first down, but instead they have to settle for about a 37-yard field goal attempt.
37-yard attempt from Juniper Belson. Belson, 13 of 15 on the year. Make it 14 of 16, as she has now made the most field goals of the SFL season.
Taking advantage of this field goal position, they started back deep in their own end, but found a way to manipulate the ball downfield, including going for it on 4th and 3. Great play calling by this offense.
and potentially a big stand by the Albuquerque defense to keep Madison out of the end zone right before the half.
Absolutely.
Bottled up and dropped is Osborne Davis. Excuse me, that's Bo Laverne returning for Albuquerque. And they'll have 17 seconds, and I think they may just run the ball, get to the half with a 4-point lead.
That's what I would do, but let's see what they do. Tight triple, 2 tight ends to the quarterback's left. All slants.
Throw into the flat. Slap. Tackled in bounds. Albuquerque doesn't use a timeout. We are headed to the break. Well, it's been a breakneck pace in this first half. Both offenses showing a little bit. Both defenses have come to play in the battle for the #1 overall seed. It's Adams 14, Lynx 10 at the half. Michael Trevello and Eddie Gage getting you set for the second half of this crucial SFLm clash here, the final week of the regular season of Season 6. Albuquerque gets the ball first up for Eddie. What are some insights from the first half that you can share? What have these teams done well? What do they need to improve on going into the second half?
Offensively for Albuquerque, I like the way they spread the ball out into the flats as Madison continues to sag back and give them anything they want underneath, waiting for mistakes downfield, but Albuquerque has yet to make them. Defensively for Albuquerque, I like the way they're being aggressive in the secondary, particularly in 3rd and long situations. I'll get to Madison here in a bit.
Albuquerque from their own 26. Josh Schlapp, the 2 touchdowns for the Adams, increasing his lead on the rushing touchdown margin this season up to 14. The next closest running back has 7.
Yeah, for Madison, this defense, I like the way they're playing, but they are giving away the flats, short side of the field. So they got to find a way to take that away because that's how Albuquerque is moving the chains right now. There it is again.
Up is Patak into the flat. Nice spin move and almost a double spin from Slap, but he does move the chains.
Yeah, you can see him continue to take advantage of it. If Madison's going to keep bailing out of there and giving away the short flats, Albuquerque's going to kill him slowly.
And Slap's done a great job not only carrying the ball, but also receiving out of the backfield this evening. As, again, as you mentioned, if the secondary sags off, he's got a fantastic opportunity to make some yards out of the backfield. Into the flat again, caught by Odabe, gain of 6.
Yeah, that time they were trying to show that they were going to play close to the line of scrimmage, but sure enough, as soon as they hiked the ball, they dropped back out of there, and Albuquerque is just taking their time, working the ball downfield methodically, and just basically taking what the defense is giving them.
And this is one of the reasons why this game has seemingly gone by so quickly, is both teams have just relied on the short pass and run instead of taking big shots down the field. Handoff, Slap, almost got through. He needed the assistance of the secondary tackler, Owen Ward, to bring him down. First to the scene was Dan Dash.
3rd down and 1. Madison needs to find a way, despite missing one of their defensive captains, to get off the field here on 3rd and short.
Strong side is to the left. They're going to throw. They're going to caught. Westlake again. And Ty Patak. Man, only 1 incompletion so far tonight. He is balling out.
He is, and once again, they take advantage of the fact that they're missing personnel out there on defense. As number 57 is just having a hard time, whether it be in the flat or the middle of the field. Mike Olsen is just having all kind of problems.
Patak under pressure, gets
Oh,
away.
goodness.
And it's a first down as Ed Williams turned up field and barely got his feet beyond the line of game.
In that time, Madison dialed up a two corners look, trying to take away the outside receivers. They ran him up the field, ran a slot receiver to the outside. He's wide open. First down, Albuquerque.
High formation for Albuquerque this time. Handoff, middle, and slap finally. That's minimal gain on that one. Nice tackle on the back end for Madison's Mike Olson. He comes up big there.
Second time we've seen Albuquerque run that strong power play. First time they got chunk yardage of it. This time Madison smartens up. They've seen it before, and they brought him down for a minimal gain.
Already a couple minutes gone by, third quarter. Albuquerque methodically driving down the field, trying to increase their 4-point lead. Weak side give on a stretch play. Slap, fighting for a first down, and he gets it.
You know, I hate to continue to sing this song, but number 57, Mike Olson, is just having a hard time out there. You look at the replay, he just can't get off the block of the fullback, and they are just abusing this young man. Wherever he lines up, they are out there targeting him and taking advantage of that injury for Madison.
Took J.T. Jackson stepping up from strong safety to bring him down. And almost in the red zone now at the 21. They're just riding the Josh Schlapp train over that time. Only 2 yards. The SFL network is coming to the ESTV Plus app. 24/7 SFL programming will include content created by the community, the SFL's greatest games from the archives, exclusive network content, and live SFL regular season games. Just announced this week, ESTV is now live on Prime Video and on the free V app. Download ESTV Plus on your Android, iPhone, Smart TV before season 20 today. Slap maybe tiring a little bit as there was a defender right in his grill as soon as he touched the ball.
Yeah, it was. That defender was number 95 for Madison. Did a great job of shooting the gap. Amino, once again, making plays.
To the right for Patak, and he is on the money once again. Ed Williams, first and goal.
And that time, the slot corner saw the play coming. He read it pretty well. Actually gave him a chip, but did not hit him good enough to impede his route. And that's asking too much for a safety to bring him down anytime he leaves the line of scrimmage unimpeded.
Owen Ward with the touchdown saving tackle. Changing the play at the line. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just another power run. It is to the strong side right, but look out, DJ Woods is having none of it.
Yeah, that's about the third or fourth time they run that play, and Madison is starting to catch on to it.
Second and goal.
Madison hold in the red zone. Into the flat, looking for a receiving touchdown is Slap. He's touching the ball almost every play. I can't believe he's not gassed right now. Third down and goal.
And if T-Pat holds that ball for just maybe a half second longer, that might be a touchdown, as the receiver was pushing that cornerback and forcing him to drop back into coverage.
Empty set on third and goal from the 4. Patak looking, throwing, wide open. Touchdown, Craig Westlake. And he deserves it for how well he's played tonight.
5 eligible receivers there on the play, and Madison did what they've been doing all night long, dropping back into coverage, leaving the short stuff open. Albuquerque takes advantage of it.
A little tight end post off to the left of the formation. And it is 20, potentially 21-10. This Albuquerque team hasn't lost since they last played Madison in week 1.
Week 1.
They are technically the number 2 seed as of right now, but coming into this game, I don't think anybody would argue But they have solely grabbed the reins of the favorite spot and control their own destiny now. 4:52 to go in the third quarter.
Albuquerque has been doing this for a long time. They have a veteran coaching staff. They have a couple of championships already here in the minors, looking for their third. And to this game and this score to continue to hold up, the playoffs are going to go through Albuquerque once again.
Not out of it yet, though. They've got the top quarterback in the league in Switch Thumper. Has shown some flashes of brilliance this evening, but really it seems that Madison was trying to come in with an offbeat attempt to fool the Albuquerque defense, trying to go more with the run when they haven't really done that all season. And the Adams just are sitting back and taking it as it comes.
Yeah, I don't mind them trying to switch some things up. You know what I mean? Like you said, we got a veteran coaching staff here at Albuquerque, but at the same time, you don't want to get away with what you're best at.
Low snap for Thumper. Nice crossing pass caught by Ron Haynes. It's funny, the tight ends have been the target receivers for the most part for both of these teams.
Yeah, 50X spot once again. And second time now, Albuquerque did a great job taking away the primary receiver, forcing him, Thumper that is, to look elsewhere. He finds his tight end and moves the chains.
It's still 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Madison not in panic mode yet, just content to methodically try and pick apart this Albuquerque defense and drive down the field. Thumper, nice quick release and another 11-yard pickup, this time to Lewis.
Man-to-man defense. Got a bit of a cushion there on the outside. Lewis takes advantage of it and picks up the first down.
Approaching midfield. Thumper the under center snap.
Green.
Into the flat. Brown only gets 7.
His offensive lineman tried to get out there and ahead of him, but they got held up in traffic, as the coach likes to say. But Brown picks up 7 yards regardless.
And that's a tough play if you're an offensive lineman.
It is.
To try and get to the sideline that quickly to add that extra layer of protection for your running back.
Those big guys do not like screen plays.
High snap.
Got him.
Over the middle.
Oh!
Incomplete. What a hit. Oh, my goodness. Dante Grimm. The receiver is going to feel that tomorrow.
You know, Dante Grimm, it's funny that you mentioned his name. He's getting great coaching down here in the minors by Joshua Williams. He's getting great coaching in the pros by Gerald Smith. I mean, he's just getting great coaching all around. And it's no wonder he's out here making plays today.
I almost thought the Tacoma Grizzlies had scored 288 points. It is 28-13.
You caught that too.
Over Lincoln. They are in the fourth quarter. That's
Outward.
our first game of the game. Thumper hit as he throws, but he stands in there and completes the pass to his fullback, Jay Ballmer. You were praising Ballmer earlier, Eddie.
Yes, I love that guy. Showing his athleticism as a fullback to get his arms out above his shoulders and come down with a catch. Not all fullbacks can do that, but Jay Ballmer, alone as a great character, is also a great athlete.
Madison started this drive inside their own 25. Now they are approaching the opposite end of the field at the 31-yard line. Thumper, time to sit in the pocket,
Ooh.
and it is caught.
Caught!
Wow, Dylan Lewis got his feet down.
Oh, I thought that was a pick six for sure. And so did Joshua Williams. I think we all did. And somehow, Jay Thumper is able to get that ball through the defense and for a completion of 8. My goodness.
2nd and 2. Haven't seen Michael Brown out carry the ball at all on this series.
No. Here we
He
go.
will now. Off tackle left.
Nice hold.
First down and more. Powering down to the 10-yard line.
Got another man down.
This time, oh no. And now we've got a linebacker out on both sides. It was Periwinkle for the Lynx. It's now Browski. And he just looks like he rolled up on his ankle trying to get by the offensive line.
Yeah, got bent up kind of weird. But Michael Brown, seeing that run back there, you see that cut he made to get those extra few yards? He needs to get the ball more often. Got to be careful here.
Only one rushing touchdown on the season for Brown, and it came in the second quarter. Look out, Thumper in trouble, and the blitz gets there for a huge sack. Third of the game for Albuquerque.
That's the second time today we've seen Albuquerque bring the corner on the blitz. Cover 4 defense, bringing that slot corner off the edge. He's not accounted for. The first time we seen him blitz from the quarterback's left side. This time he comes from the right side. No one picks him up. Down goes Thumper.
Old Osborne Davis on the sack. Now 2nd and goal from the 15. Thumper under pressure again. Throws to the corner.
Oh, good catch.
Sliding for the catch.
No, I know
Prince
Albuquerque is
Wonder.
at home, but that could have been a late hit. He was already on the ground giving himself up. Third and goal from the 4.
So that was Osborne Davis's first sack of the season. 3rd and goal from the 4.
Touchdown.
It's Big MB again. Touchdown, Madison. It's a running back paradise today as 3 of the 4 touchdowns have been on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not sure Albuquerque was quite expecting this. I mean, we seen him come out with that 5-2 defense and anticipating pass, and I'm sure that's why it's in the playbook this week, and Madison is making them pay for it.
Actually, 4 of the 5 touchdowns have been on the ground, as I can get my math straight. Each running back has 2, Slap and Brown.
I remember when Douglas Brown was in the minors, and every time he scored, his teammates would say, "What can Brown do for you?" And I'm starting to say the same thing about this young man as well.
Extra point, up and good. Back to a 4-point game, and now it's up to the Madison Lynx defense, the vaunted Madison Lynx defense, best in the SFL, to try and contain the best scoring offense in the league and give Thumper and company a chance to take the lead on the next possession.
As we wait to get the status of the injury to Albuquerque, they're trying to hold on to this lead.
Now, both teams have now lost a linebacker. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams, all the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Key drive for Albuquerque at the end of the 3rd quarter, and again, it's Josh Slap. We don't have live stats here this evening, but I wonder how many or what possession, I'm going to start over, what percentage of the touches that Josh Slap has got today, because it's got to be high.
It's got to be high, and Joshua told us, look out for him. He's going to be a key player for them today.
Slap again, pushed over. Made about 2. There's a little bit of frustration in that tackle there from Maurice Peterson, I think.
SFL minor league players, you want more attention on this minor leagues. You guys are down here supporting the SFL, trying to get drafted. Do yourselves a favor. You got 53 guys watching this game right now. Hit the like button.
It helps out the league, and that in turn helps out you and your SFL career. Nice pass into the flat, finds Zodaby, first down.
And they continue, whether it's the screen game, these short out routes, dig routes to the outside, whatever it is, Madison is just continuing to give them these yards for free.
It's almost like the coaching staff for Madison coming into the game just said, we are not going to be beat over the top. Anything else we'll give you, but we're not going to give up the deep ball.
Oh my goodness, 7-step drop.
And he only throws about an 8-yard out route to his running back, by the way. That was Josh Schlapp on the reception.
Joshua said he was going to be a PT player for him today, and so far he has been.
4's up. We head to the final frame of the SFLm's sixth minor league season. The number 1 seed still on the line. Adams, 21. Lynx, 17. Buckle up. This fourth quarter is going to be a wild ride. Michael Torillo, Eddie Gage on the mic for you for this one. Cameron Irvine producing as always. Remember, we got 2 more games for you tonight after this one finishes up. It's Lexington and Annapolis and Ottawa and San Jose. Look out, because there's an angry Dan Dash running downhill, and he's looking to take out your running back.
Wow, he did a great job of keeping his outside shoulder free, not allowing the tackle to get his arms on him. Meets to the player in the backfield for a loss, and talk about a big 3rd down and 7 coming up right now.
Over the middle, incomplete, and intercepted off the deflection. What a massive change in the game, as this is gonna be a pick 6. Touchdown, Madison.
Wow, and talk about taking advantage. This is the first time today we seen Albuquerque come out and gun quads right, I believe it was. And Madison read it like a book. They must have done their homework because they were actually sitting on that route. And cornerback Owen Ward, all 5'11" of them, sees the ball, picks it up out the air, and runs to the house with it for a pick 6 to help out his offense. And Mike, don't look now, but we got ourselves a new ball game.
The Lynx are on top for the first time tonight. 23-21, actually 24 now after the extra point.
Correct.
Wow.
And this place has gone silent.
All game long, it's been Albuquerque directing traffic, controlling the flow of the game. And Big Doe in the chat says this is Ward's 5th interception against Albuquerque. I'm not sure if that's this season. That doesn't seem likely because they've only played twice, or all time. In any case, for a backup to have 5 interceptions against one team, that's a lot.
I'm not sure if that's the case, but if that's true, that is a lot. Oh, he's here
Now
on the
Albuquerque
season.
playing from behind.
Press man.
Oh, no, it is on the season. He had 4 interceptions in the first game against Albuquerque in week 1, including 1 pick 6. Wow.
And despite this press man cover, that's usually an advantage for the offense when you're running the ball. But they did a great job of converting on the running back. And now it's 2nd and long for Albuquerque.
Now the Albuquerque Adams, the best offense of the SFL, averaging 29 points a game. They're going to have to conjure up some magic in the next 9.5 minutes. And
Fractured arm.
Browski is not returning. So both teams have lost a linebacker. Browski out for Albuquerque, Periwinkle out for Madison. I think they play the same position as well.
Yes.
The game
Big
is
3rd
even.
down and 6. Nickel defense versus an I spread, single safety high.
Look
Oh,
out.
he's gonna run for it.
Stepping up and running. Oh, and Ty Patak saw green grass ahead of him, but it was quickly swallowed up by the orange and white of the defender, Al-Farouk Camino, as he brought him down 4th and 4. And now Madison playing with all the momentum.
Yeah.
After that pick 6, and now a 3 and out immediately afterwards.
talking to Michael Bacoco, head coach of Madison, he talked about them being a running team with the quarterback, and he saw something on film that made him think that way, and they were able to handle it.
Madison will start from their own 28. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and consistently refreshed music collection. State-of-the-art technology and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. 4 wide, and Thumper alone in the backfield. Oh, look out! He just got taken to the market by TJ Assassin.
TJ Assassin, my goodness, that is a very large man. Looking at him on the replay there. My goodness, and why they come out in shotgun on first down with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I have no idea. But that's who they are. It's their identity to throw the ball downfield. Let's see if they can protect this lead.
2nd down and 10. That's the second time Assassin has gotten in the backfield. She has 1 sack. And then one, I guess you could call that a pass breakup. Into the flat it goes for Lewis. Not going to get much. In fact, it was ruled incomplete, so 3rd down and 10.
Thought that was complete. They may want to challenge that. I'm not sure if they will, but regardless of the fact they didn't pick up the first, that's significant yardage to leave on the table. They're going to go into the gun again, 3 straight plays.
Only 3 down linemen for Albuquerque.
Look out.
Pressure coming. He throws over the middle. It's tipped once. It's tipped
my
twice.
goodness.
It's incomplete. Couple of Adams had a chance at it, most significantly Tavius Gordon, but it's going to be a 3rd punt tonight for Pete Ellis.
I could not see the receiver who dove for it, but that ball should have been caught, and Albuquerque had a chance at the deflection on the interception, and my heart is beating, so I can just imagine what these head coaches are going through watching this game right now.
Ellis, again, his 3rd punt of the game. No pressure from the Albuquerque defense. Max protect, try to get some yards out of this.
Oh, my goodness.
Juke move to get around 1. That was Bo Laverne, gets up to the 37. Both of the games in the second block of SFLm tonight have something riding on them. The standings currently look like this. Madison at number 1, Albuquerque at number 2, pending the finish of this game. San Jose is locked in at number 3, no matter how their game against Ottawa goes. They're 5-2. Both Ottawa and Lexington are 3 and 4. As into the flat it goes, slap, double teamed and tackled after a gain of 3. Ottawa plays San Jose and Lexington plays Annapolis. Now, if both Ottawa and Lexington get the opposite results, one wins, another loses, then the winning team is in the playoffs, the losing team is out. If they both get the same results, then it gets interesting. Ottawa is currently listed as the 4th-ranked team. So I am assuming that they would get in. Oh, nice block on the outside. I'm going to quickly shout out Gus Burns, because that was a dynamic block.
It was, but J.T. Jackson on a tackle, making amends for that whiff of an attempted tackle on special teams a couple of moments ago.
Lowers the shoulder and gets the stop on Slap. Josh Slap has touched the ball, I'm going to guess, 80% of the snaps for Albuquerque tonight. He has 2 touchdowns. Patak going deep into one-on-one coverage, and it's off the hands of Odabe.
You know, despite the incompletion, I like it, the attempt. I mean, it's one-on-one. You're putting trust in your receiver, Odabe, to come up with it. But unfortunately for him, the defense just made a better play.
2nd and 10 from Adam, 47 yards.
2nd and 10. Albuquerque really only needs to get into field goal range to tie the game, but I'm sure they'll want more than that. Quick hitter in the flat. Can they make a man miss? No. Nice tackle. And that's the man you've been ribbon all old game, Mike Olson.
Finally makes a play. Big third down for both these teams. Gun quads again.
Belt high snap, Patak into traffic, caught. Bo Laverne moves the chains into Madison territory. Quick update from Cameron Irvine, SFL commissioner. If Madison loses and San Jose wins, San Jose will get the number 2 seed thanks to their win over Madison earlier this season. The Lynx will drop to number 3. In all other scenarios, San Jose will be the 3 seed, win or lose. Albuquerque beat San Jose earlier in the season, so if the two are tied, then the Adams would get the nod. We are seeding things forward and into our final week. We're almost halfway through our final week of action with only 2 games coming up later tonight. The game has gone final in Tacoma. Grizzlies over Rattlesnakes, 28-20. Tacoma finishes at 3-5. Lincoln at 2-6. Backing up and throwing to the flat is Patak. Slap to the block with 2 blocks. And he gets a first down. They're close to the red zone now at the 22.
Taking advantage of this defense all game long. They've gone out to the flats probably about 80% of the time today. And it's been there every time, and it's just pitch and catch. I mean, talk about easy offense. You just can't give this kind of yardage away for free and thinking it's not gonna make you pay for it sooner or later.
That's the best example I've seen all night of the offensive lineman getting out and covering on those screens.
Yeah.
Albuquerque touching the red zone. Patak, he's going for the dagger, and it's tipped and incomplete.
Oh. Mike, you got to come up with that football. It hit him right in both hands.
And that would have been Owen Ward's second interception of the ball game.
Yeah.
If you just tuned in, Ward took one about 40 yards for a pick 6, which is why Madison has the lead.
Joshua just met a huge sigh of relief on the sidelines.
Second lease on life on this drive. That's the fullback. And he cannot hang on to the ball, John Perry.
Number 35 for Albuquerque. I don't think we've called his name today. That's the backup halfback, John Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe just a little bit of a breather for Josh Schlapp.
He has been involved. He's probably tired.
Well,
You're in the fourth quarter.
Schlapp not on the field now. It's 5 wide.
Got to be smart with the football here.
Got to get past the 12-yard line to extend the drive. Patak looking, throwing, caught over the middle of the field and down to the 8-yard line.
Shout out once again.
Sorry, Eddie, go ahead.
Pardon me, Mike. Shout out once again to this Albuquerque offensive line. They gave him all the time in the world for those receivers to get to the second level. Madison played it smart. They took away the short zone, but due to the protection of this offensive line gave them, no one was over in the intermediate area to deflect that pass.
The dropped interception by Ward gives Albuquerque a second chance, and a second chance is taken. John Perry, how about the backup running back in for a touchdown?
Yeah, perhaps the defense is also tired because he got little to no resistance. Great protection from his offensive line with blocking, played outside, prevented anyone from getting a hand on him, and his jersey is still clean right now.
Sitting on the bench all game, watching your superior tear up the field. You get one chance, you blow it, you drop the first pass, gets a second chance, as this is more my style, and rushes it in for a touchdown. And Albuquerque takes the lead back as these teams now go back and forth. 28-24. Would you say Albuquerque has the advantage here because in a swinging ball game they hold a 4-point advantage instead of a 3-point advantage?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what ifs, you know, had he come up with that interception, you know, they still hold a 3-point lead and probably trying to run out clock, but now they find themselves down, and a 3-point field goal is not going to get it for them. They got to put up 7.
Twitch Thumper has definitely capable of doing that. He's done it 15 times this season. Most in the league by far.
4:36 left, all timeouts at your disposal, plus the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time to put together a good drive.
Well, we thought this was going to be a barn burner before we even fired up the game tonight. And we have been treated to an excellent SFLm matchup. Nice floater to find Ron Haynes.
Albuquerque has played a lot of off-man defense today. In this case, Madison takes advantage of it with the all-slants play to a wide-open tight end for a first down.
And again, I don't think we've seen either team really go deep that much. I know Albuquerque has tried it once or twice, but everything's just been short and intermediate. Quick slant, middle. Haynes again takes a shot, but hangs on to the ball.
Whether it's zone, whether it's man, they come out in all slants. They're looking for their tight end first. And that time he caught it with contested hands all around him. Green.
5-step drop into the flat. Brown, first down into Albuquerque territory. Singletary, as we have so often said tonight, is on the tackle.
And just a few plays, and they're already on the other side of the 50-yard line with 3.5 minutes remaining.
There is a reason why these are the two best teams in the league this season.
Out route.
Out route. Caught by Wonder, first down.
You caught his name a few times today.
Yes, now it seems like Albuquerque is the one giving up everything underneath.
Yeah, they are a bit timid right now, and as they should be. But I'm sure as they continue to drive, they're going to address it.
Time in the pocket. Throwing, completing. Another first down for Madison. Comes from Prince Wonder.
For a moment there, I thought they were going to blitz that slot corner again, but it looked like it might have been a cover 3 week, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
I have praised Ace Singletary up and down the field all game, but he was in no man's land that time.
No man's land. Yes, he was.
Madison tickling the edge of the red zone at the 21. Needing a touchdown to go back ahead. A field goal won't do it. Nice run by Michael Brown.
Michael Brown went from being tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield to keeping his feet churning and picking up 4. That guy needs to get the ball more often in the playoffs, and I hope he does.
2-minute warning. 120 seconds to decide the number 1 seed in the SFLm heading into the playoffs. Stick around, you won't want to miss this ending. Once again, my name is Michael Trevillo, Eddie Gage alongside me for this one. Playoffs coming your way next weekend. Rolling out, going down is Thumper. And from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 13. A 4th sack of the game for Albuquerque.
Nowhere to go. I thought that was man defense. I could be mistaken. There was nowhere to go as everyone was running deep downfield and forced to eat that one.
Hunter Hyde was the man for Albuquerque, credited on the sack. 3rd and 13. Thumper with a man in his face, completes it over the middle, close to a first down. Whoa, short by 1 yard.
Gonna have to go for it as a field goal was not gonna do it. Albuquerque smartly just drop back into coverage, into cover 4, and now they're going to have to go for it here on 4th down.
4th and ball game. Got to get to the 10-yard line.
Base bunch.
Plenty of
Wide
time
open.
to float it in the flat for Brown. And Brown answers the call. First and goal, now down under a minute to go. Can the Albuquerque defense hold?
Credit to Albuquerque for converging in on the ball carrier. I thought he's going to pick up about 4 or 5. He barely got the first down. Weak tight end flex.
Handoff. Brown, he's got 2 touchdowns. Can he get a third? Not this time. Timeout, Madison. Credit this Albuquerque defense. They give up 348 yards a game. That is second to last in the league, only in front of Lincoln. But they have done enough tonight. Can they stand one more time to send themselves to the #1 seed?
5-2 defense again.
Thumper looking, throwing, back of the end zone, touchdown, Madison! The Lynx on top with half a minute to go. Ron Haynes, who else with the score?
And actually, that was the only receiver who even had a shot at getting that ball, as they did a great job of taking away both outside receivers. He was the only eligible guy out there who could catch it, threw it up high where only he could bring it in. I was wondering if he's going to be able to get his foot in bounds. He was able to do so, and Madison has reclaimed the lead once again here in a crazy, wild 4th quarter.
Well, Eddie, we said it had been too long since we had called the game together, and the universe decided to serve us a good one tonight. 30 seconds to go. Albuquerque down 3. They only need to get into field goal range to potentially send us to overtime.
That's the good news. The good news is they only need 3 to tie it. The bad news is there's only 30 seconds left in the game, but they do have all 3 of the timeouts left. Let's see how they choose to manipulate the ball downfield.
And unfortunately, in this situation, Albuquerque's best player of the night, Josh Schlapp, you're not really going to use him for much other than a receiver. You're not going to go out of the backfield. They'll start from around 26 seconds. How's that for symmetry to go in the game?
26 seconds left in this ball game. The crowd is up on their feet trying to support their hometown 2-time champion Adams to a victory. They're going to come out here with 2 backs in the backfield.
Ty Patak, second in the league in passing yards, behind only his opposite number tonight, Switch Thumper. Can he get the job done?
7-step drop.
Protect. He goes to the flat. It's caught in bounds by Ed Williams. First time out Albuquerque with 20 seconds to go.
You know, I was actually about to criticize the play calling, but they came out with those 2 backs because it was a 7-step drop, and they went with a 50, man, what's the name of that play? It's eluded me. 50 Z deep out or 50 X deep out, whatever it is, I don't remember. But they did a great job of covering the receiver to the outside on the wide side of the field, not leaving him as an option.
Well, they're on their own 38. You got to think they need to flip the field at least to get into field goal range.
3-2 dime. Single safety high. You got a guy in the box. Look out.
Attack under center. Doesn't take a drop. Goes over the middle. Nicely placed. Beautiful ball. Odeby picks it up and is into Madison territory at the 47. The kicker for Albuquerque is Ye Verity. Has not seen the field tonight outside of extra points and kickoffs, and may be about to make the biggest kick of their season.
Oh, definitely the biggest kick of the season.
16 seconds left. 1 timeout. They can still use the middle of the field. They do. It's caught at the 30.
And they're going to elect to let this clock wind down, call a timeout with about 3 seconds left. There it is. And they're going to bring out this kicker to attempt to tie the ball game up, Mike.
Oh, my goodness. Ye Verity. On the season, 12 of 15, second most field goals made in the league this season, right behind their opposite number, Juniper Belson.
Gonna be about a 46-yard field goal attempt officially. It's a big time moment right here.
Verity, officially from 46. A made field goal sends us to overtime. A missed field goal gives Madison the #1 overall seed. From the right foot of Verity, it flies straight.
Oh my goodness.
Flies true, and we are headed to extra football. This game deserves it. It has been excellent.
Big time players, Mike, make big time plays, and Verity steps up and could have drilled that one from 50.
Here we go. Just a reminder of the overtime rules. First to score wins, doesn't matter how you get it.
Give us tails.
Madison 31, Albuquerque 31. Reminder of how we got here. Each running back has 2 rushing touchdowns. Each quarterback has 2 passing touchdowns, and each kicker has 1 field goal. And that is how we get ourselves here. Albuquerque with the golden opportunity. They've won the toss. They're going to get the ball first. Any point wins. It's going to be up to the Madison defense to try and force a 3-and-out or a gain of not very much. They'll start from their own 24. And now, Eddie, you can go back to the man that got you here, Josh Schlapp, on the ground.
I mean, give T-Pack credit. He was able to drive his team down the field without the services of his running back. Now he can, like you said, go back to him. Let's see how they attempt to attack this defense. They got to go empty.
Empty on first down. They crowd the line of scrimmage. Look out.
Oh, my goodness.
He has to roll. He throws across his body.
Goodness.
Oh, my goodness. That might be the throw of the season from Ty Patak. Falling away with his opposite hand. What is this throw? He's forced to roll, and he just launches this. And Odemy says, I've got you, and comes down with it at midfield.
In the NBA, when a head coach sees a player shoot a 3, they always saying, no! And it goes in, they say, yes! That's what was happening right there as he was throwing off his back foot. I'm sure Joshua was saying, no, what are you doing?
Approaching field goal range already. They're going to go to Schlapp. He gets not much. Tackled by Aminu.
Second down and 10. Madison wants to keep them in second and third and long situations to try and force another turnover. Look at the safety coming down a yard off the line of scrimmage.
Potential chance to be burned over the top. They are going to go short.
Oh,
Attack driven backwards. Low man wins, you said, Eddie. And JT Jackson was the low man in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, we called it pre-snap. He came flying down to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that screen game, and was able to tackle the ball carrier 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's third down and long.
Huge play, 3rd and 12. Got to get to the 40.
3-2 dime.
Patak has time, throws deep. It's picked off. Madison with the football, and that could be the beginning of the end. Xavier Rue got beat for a touchdown earlier in the game.
Yeah.
Comes back and says, I'll have some of that.
Yeah, we haven't called his name all day for anything good, but in the biggest moments, he steps up for his team, gets his defense off the field, gives his offense great starting field position, and Madison wants to end this one here, right now.
And off. Michael Brown has been very impressive tonight, and he gets 6 yards on first down.
Efficient is more like it, Mike. Hasn't touched the ball all that much, but when he has, he's been productive.
Xavier Rue, only his 2nd interception of the season, and oh my goodness, was it a big one. Looking to give it to Brown again, and the neon wave crashes over him, and he loses 2 yards.
Loses 2 yards. They tried to power play as Albuquerque has been doing all day, but Albuquerque sees it all day from their offense in practice were not fooled.
3rd and 6. Can Albuquerque's defense come up big and get a stop after the turnover? Low snap. Thumper throws incomplete. He missed everybody. I think he was intending it for Dylan Lewis, and Lewis never turned around.
90-yard slants, but Albuquerque came out with a perfect defense to stop it, bringing a safety down in the box, forcing Thumper to hold on to the football. No one is open. Ball gets deflected, and now they have to punt it away after the deflection, after the interception.
One of the longest overtime periods I've seen in the SFL. Usually the first team to get the ball either scores or they give it up and the second team to get the ball scores. But now, it's anybody's game. Before the interception, Albuquerque was on the move.
There was a game that Carolina played. I don't remember the opponent, but it was about maybe
against
3.
New Orleans?
Yeah,
against
with 3
New
overtimes.
Orleans. 3 overtimes. I remember that game. Don't bring up bad memories.
Sorry about that.
If you're in chat and have not hit the like button on the video, please do. We've got exciting football, both in the major and minor leagues, all season and all year long. The outside, you can tell everybody on the field right now is gassed. They've given it their all game.
They have, and they've been giving away those flats all game, but they've grown sick and tired of that. But like you said, you got 75 people watching, only 30 likes. When you come in my house, ring my doorbell, wipe off your feet, hit the like button, people.
2nd and 10. 3-2 look out of Madison. Plenty of time. Stepping up is Patak, and he completes it to Ed Williams.
You know, Albuquerque has been getting great, actually both teams, come to speak of it, great protection from the offensive line when they needed it. And once again, this 3-man rush is just giving him all too much time to survey the defense and pick out his receiver.
Mike Daggs is trying to summon 5 overtimes. I don't think my voice can handle that much. That'd be about 4 hours of football. Low snap. Patak corrals it. One-handed catch over the middle by Jefferson, and it's 2nd and 2.
Both teams are playing this blanket 4/cover 12 coverage so far, and both quarterbacks are taking advantage of it.
Joshua Williams, Chad Stinson, Gino McFly, SFLm Marshall, King Jackson, Mike Daggs, Ashley Jackson, T Patak, Prince Wonder, Switch Thumper, everybody in chat watching
free
this
play.
one. Free play, free first down. It doesn't matter really how many yards Josh Slapp gets that time.
It's not. They're going to accept this penalty, pick up the 5 yards, move the chains, and they are now going to be at the 38-yard line. Not quite in field goal range yet, but they're getting pretty close, Mike.
Madison, got to be in there. Bend, don't break right now. Catch the SFLm semifinals, Saturday, December 10th at 8:45 Eastern. To see who moves on to the SFL championship game Friday, December 16th, ahead of the SFL draft. Watch the games live on the SFL YouTube. Thank you so much for a great SFLm regular season. In the flat. Can Slapp turn up field? No. Great tackle by Ward. He's had a fantastic game.
Yes, he
even
has.
without the interception.
Yes. Great play. Closing speed. Tackling the building in the open field. Interception return for a touchdown. All-around ball player.
Second and 11. Approaching the halfway point of this first overtime.
Oh,
Pump fake,
goodness.
check down, blockers in front, stop and go spin move, nowhere to go. It's Owen Ward again on the tackle at midfield, 3rd down and 8.
And I don't know if you saw that, but the quarterback darn near got killed.
I'm surprised he got that ball out there.
Yeah.
3rd and 8. Attack, looking, throwing, knocked down. Aminu got to it. 4th and 8. What do you do here?
You know, you got to punt this ball away. That's on the wrong side of the 50. And I believe that's the first time we've seen it. I don't know if that was for cloud or what, but that's the first time we've seen that play dot up today, and we're in overtime.
You almost had Honasotobe across the middle. Nice positioning by Aminu to knock it down. And they will punt the ball away with Ralph Bennington. And the overtime continues. Can Albuquerque now start to win the field position battle? Ooh, they almost got to that. At the 10 and up to the 15 is where Madison will start. Deep in their own field. Everybody feeling the effects of extra football. It starts in the thighs. It works its way up to the arms.
The hamstrings. The ribs if you're a wide receiver. It all hurts.
You got a short week to get ready for the semifinals. Both of these teams are headed there. It's all about who will play whom. And that's almost an interception. Diving disruption from Gold Osborne Davis.
That's the second time Madison dialed up this play today. The second time Albuquerque countered it with man, and the second time it was almost intercepted.
Still not taking shots down the field. It's all short passes. Thumper under pressure. And that ball is batted away at the point of contact as he went down.
And there was no one open anyway. They came out with 50Z tight end cross. They had a linebacker and a safety over there, cloudy area, nowhere to go with the football. He's lucky that ball was deflected to the line because it might have been picked.
Tim House with the pressure. He has 1 sack already today, 3rd and 10. Can Thumper have enough time in the pocket to find someone open?
Look out.
He escapes, he rolls, he's thrown down at the 7.
And since the first quarter, Madison has not had much success anytime they came out in these gun packages. That first quarter, they had everything pretty much nailed down, but since then, Albuquerque has done a great job of figuring them out and getting them off the field, and now they're going to be getting some great starting field position, trying to put this game away. They may be in field goal range by the time they receive this football, Mike.
What an important punt this is from Pete Ellis. He needs to put his boot through it and get it away. He won't. Albuquerque almost in field goal range already at the 32-yard line. And how important was that sack for the Adams?
It was very important. I mean, like I said, anytime they've gotten in 3rd and long situations since that first quarter, their offense has been pretty much stymied by this Albuquerque defense.
It is type attack on the field for Albuquerque, so they're not going to take the field goal right now. They're going to try and maybe get 1 first down, make it a chip shot for Ye Verity.
Free play.
Free play. Out routes caught by Cullen. And I think they'll just take the 5 yards there.
They definitely will. And like you just said a moment ago, the legs on these teams have got to be burning right now. And Madison getting a little bit undisciplined with these penalties here. I got a DM, Mike, that said I've called Joshua's name so many times they think we're dating. Definitely not, but I just got to give credit where credit is due.
Well, Joshua Williams has his Albuquerque Adams set to take the number 1 seed. 1st and 5.
Oh, good tackle.
Look out, slap gets
my goodness.
Driven backwards by Al-Farouq Aminu. He has come in and laid some hard hits today.
Yeah, he went from the strong side to to the weak side to help out his teammate who's down for out this game and has played well in his absence.
I think they're just going to hand the ball off again. No, it's a pass. It's a pump fake. It's another sack. Every yard backwards, a tougher field goal attempt potentially for Ye Verity.
Yeah, and right now, Verity will be on the edge of field goal range. So Albuquerque needs to be smart with the football right here. You don't have to pick up the first down. Just pick up a few yards.
They're
Chuck
in
it down.
5 wide.
Yeah, I don't know about this.
3rd and 12. 3-man rush.
Great
All
protection.
kinds of time. Now the pressure breaks down. It's intercepted. It's intercepted in the end zone by Newton North.
And you know what? The interception came at about the 2 or 3 yard line, and he got tackled into the end zone. I'm not sure what the rules in the minors here are, but that could easily be ruled as a
Safety.
2-point safety for Albuquerque here, but they're not going to rule it, so they're going to get the ball on the 20.
No, they're going to say forward progress stop at the 3-yard line.
That's right. Yeah, that's the right call.
But now Madison backed up to the shadow of their own goal line. Cannot give up a safety
Screen.
here. It is a screen. Out to Brown. He cannot out-muscle Michael Smith Jr., the Week 2 signing. I don't think we've talked about it all tonight.
Yeah. And this game just seems to never want to end as we're on the verge of going into second overtime. But Madison has work to do to get out their own end here.
Well, apologies to the people waiting for the second games of the day. This game has decided it is not done yet. 2-minute warning of overtime. And Madison backed up to its own goal line. Got to do something to get out of this situation. Last time it almost cost him the game, and took a big defensive stand plus an interception to make sure this game is not over just like that. Brown lumbers forward close to a first down. This is 3rd and 2, and now Madison has a decision to make.
You know, it's a good thing he did pick up significant yardage there, Mike, because their 3rd and long offense has not been good this entire second half. Let's see if they can dial up something simple here and pick up this first.
Something to potentially adjust going into the playoffs. Look
Showing
at all
blitz.
the neon jerseys on the defensive line.
Look out.
Thumper avoids the rush, incomplete. He tried to hit Ballmer, the fullback, on a late post, and he just threw it too far in front of him.
Yeah, this base bunch offense has not been served well by Madison here today. They're going to have to punt this ball back, and Albuquerque, for the second drive in a row, is going to get great starting field position.
Deja vu all over again for Pete Ellis as he stands in his own end zone, trying to put this ball as far away from pay dirt as possible. This punt a little bit better. It's going to go past almost to the 50-yard line. A spin on the return past the 40. Bo Laverne puts the Adams at the 39-yard line. It's almost the exact same field position where they started the last drive from. I think it was a 1-yard difference.
Yeah, they're on the verge here now. They just need about a first down to get on the outskirts of field goal range. Let's see what they decide to do with the football. Man to man.
Has not carried the ball enough in this overtime period for my liking. He's not going to do it again. Pass, middle, incomplete. Excellent job by the safety, Maurice Peterson, to knock that one down.
That was great defense. You got a receiver playing on the inside in the slot with a 2-way go. Runs a slant, and he's able to find the ball, locate it, and deflect it. That's great defense.
Twitch Thumper says overtime 2. We don't know.
We don't know. Stay tuned.
15 seconds to go in this one. Handoff, looking for a lane and only getting one. He's Josh Schlapp.
Credit to this Madison Lynx defense. They are hanging tough despite this terrible starting field position.
3rd and 9. This would be a 51-yard field goal from here?
55, too far. They got to pick up some yards.
Too far. Got to get a couple. Don't need a first down. Just maybe 5 or 6 yards.
They put it out route to the near side of the field. There it
They're
is.
in 5 wide again. It's out route. It's exactly
49
4
yards.
49-yard field goal.
Oh.
Gay Verity is trotting out to try and give Albuquerque home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
This is a big moment right here. My heart is racing, Mike.
Just a reminder. Verity, 13 of 16. Made one earlier in the game to send it to overtime with time running out.
Oh, this is big.
This would be a 49-yarder. It's on the way. It's in the air. And you can light the lamp. Neon and black. Albuquerque with 2 field goals by Ye Verity have stunned the Madison Lynx in dramatic fashion.
And kickers out there in the minors, if you want to be a first-round draft pick, that's how you get there right there. Setting the example, hitting 2 big field goals, one to get into overtime, one to win it in overtime. And talk about moving up the charts in the draft, I think you already just did just that.
The Athens win the game of the year. 34-31. They survived 3 turnovers.
Wow.
And still win the ball game. What a contest.
What a contest indeed. I mean, like you said, they lose the turnover battle 3-0. After winning the turnover battle all season, they were the league leader in turnover differential. They lose the turnover battle here and yet still find a way to win this football game. That is very impressive. Talk about adapting under all circumstances. Shout out to this coaching staff at Albuquerque.
Now there are 2 more teams, one of them being San Jose, that might have a say. But if this is a preview of the championship game in 2 weeks, I am all in for a 3rd game this season between these 2 teams, because both of them, both in week 1 and now, have been incredible.
Yes. I mean, both teams incurred injuries. Both teams were fighting field position. Both teams' offense sputtered at times. Both teams' defense looked terrible at times, but at the end of the day, it was still a contested ball game that went into almost a second overtime, Mike. But again, special teams for Albuquerque stepped up when the offense couldn't and got the job done.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 14 minutes. A marathon of an SFLm game. Thank you for everybody who stayed up watching. I think it was Marshall who was watching from ye olde England.
Yeah.
And it was about 2 a.m. over there. Thank you so much for sticking up and staying with us throughout the whole thing. We've still got 2 more games tonight, folks. The final playoff spot to be decided as Lexington plays Annapolis and Ottawa takes on San Jose in a game that was supposed to have started about 3 minutes ago, but will probably start in about 10 minutes after Cam collects himself after this one. Player of the game, Josh Schlapp, 22 carries, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 86 yards through the air. He kind of disappeared in the 4th quarter and overtime, but he was the story for about 3.5 quarters.
He was tired, Mike. I don't blame him.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure how to end the broadcast after a game like that, so I'm just going to say for Cameron Irvine, our keeper of all things SFL, for Eddie Gage, it was so great to get back in the studio with you, my friend. My name is Michael Turillo. Stick around for the other 2 SFLm matchups tonight, and have a very pleasant good evening.
Arizona, I love y'all!